Are you thinking of selling your dental office? Are you ready to move to the next chapter of your life? Maybe you're ready to retire, or maybe you're just moving cross country, or maybe you're just moving a few miles down the street, but you're thinking about keeping your patient charts. Whatever the case, we will be here to help you. I'm Dr. Rishi Salwan, the dentist helping dentists buy and sell dental practices. Today, I'm going to walk you through the process of selling your dental office. Step 1, pricing your office. The first step to selling your office is to determine a fair market value. We have a few methods of pricing an office. The first method is by getting a soft appraisal. You can complete your soft appraisal evaluation form via the link in the description. Once submitted, within a short few business days, we will let you know our thoughts on the office. The second method is by completing a full appraisal with us. My team and I will work to research and evaluate all aspects of your dental office to give you an accurate value. These evaluations are completed with professional, personal, and objective opinions. The third method is to simply list your office with us. Once you list your office with us, we will determine a price with you and work with you to help sell your office as soon as we can. Step 2, listing your office. If you decide to list your office with us, there's a few things we require to accurately determine a fair market value. We will need your past 4 years, tax returns, and profit and loss. This will help us get a good idea of how your office is doing financially. The fair market value of an office usually averages around 60 to 80% of last year's total gross. However, the past 3 years will paint a fuller picture, especially in the wake of COVID's recoveries and shutdowns. The fair market value not only depends on the collections, but also the age of your equipment and the conditions of your assets. Secondly, we will need a completed practice questionnaire. This questionnaire covers all the basic aspects of your dental office, such as square footage, number of operatories, production collection, and sample UCR fees. This will help us market your office. If you are planning on selling just your equipment, we will send you a different questionnaire. No need for financials. Instead, there is an equipment list we will attach in our introductory email to you. This determines what you will be and will not be selling moving forward. Once a fair market value has been determined, it's time to list your office. We will draft up a listing agreement and send it to you via DocuSign. We will personally market your office using our own website, rishisalwan.com. Our classified platforms in the area at all Punjabi dental seminars and webinars, physical mailers for dentists and dental offices in your area, our own text and email list with over 7,000 dental professionals in California. From here, it's our job to get as many serious, qualified buyers to get through your door and see your office. 3, accepting an offer. A fellow doctor has toured your office and is interested in placing an offer. Once they have decided how much they would like to place their offer for, we would draft up a letter of intent or a LOI. It's up to you to accept, decline, or counter this offer. Once the buyer and seller have agreed to a purchase price, we can now move on to step number 4, entering escrow. Once an offer has been accepted, we will work on opening escrow with an escrow company. This ensures everything is organized and by the book. First, the buyer will wire the initial deposit to the bank. Secondly, both parties will decide which help to hire. The buyer or seller may hire an attorney or consultant if they desire. Dr. Rishi Salwan and our team, we are not attorneys, we are not lawyers, we do not give any legal advice or any accounting advice. We always recommend you and advise you to hire your own help if needed. The buyer will need to get a bank approval if this is not an all-cash offer. Next, a UCC search lien will be ordered. This is escrow's thorough investigation into the seller's business to make sure that there is no debt left for the buyer to be inheriting. So we want to make sure that all debts are paid off before the buyer assumes your office. Stage 5, Due diligence. It is up to the buyer to ensure that everything is to their liking. As the seller, it is up to you to provide all this information. Buyer, escrow, or lending may ask for the following, but not limited to: business license, patient charts, practice profiles, leases, fee schedules, or tax returns or profit and losses. What is asked for requires and depends on the escrow company and the lender the buyer may be using, or simply a buyer's request. In the process of due diligence, we will draft up a purchase agreement for you to review during this process. The second half of the purchase agreement are exhibits. The exhibits cover all equipment that is included, excluded, or any other inventory. Exhibits will also cover allocations, work in progress, and redo and repair work, depending on what kind of transaction is taking place. Both the purchase sales agreement and exhibits must be drafted well before closing to send to escrow. Once the purchase agreement has been reviewed and finalized by all parties, we will circulate it via DocuSign for signature. Upon execution, we will send it to the escrow company as well as the bank to help prepare for a successful, smooth transition. Stage 6, closing. Once due diligence is completed and the necessary documents are completed, the escrow company and the lending bank will work together on preparing the closing documents. From opening escrow to closing escrow, it can take as little as 45 days. The actual timeline of the closing process depends on the timeliness and the participations from the buyer and the seller. Once everyone's ducks are in a row, before you know, it's time to turn in the keys and relax.